Okay, so for one of your activities this week, you are going to be comparing and contrasting bees and ants. I will know you can do this when you can find things that are the same and things that are different about bees and ants using a Venn diagram. So we've done quite a bit of comparing and contrasting this year, and we have used the Venn diagram. But let's review what it means to compare and contrast and talk a little bit about the Venn diagram. All right, so when you compare something, you tell about things that are the same. So for example, looking at an apple and an orange, you can find lots of things that are the same. And when you do that, you are comparing them. So both the apple and the orange are fruit. I'm using that word both because it's something they share. That means I'm comparing. Both the apple and the orange are round. Again, another comparison. You could make lots of comparisons with an apple and an orange because there's lots of things about them that are the same. Both an apple and an orange have seeds. Maybe you like them both. Both an apple and an orange are delicious. So again, when you compare, you're telling things that are the same. Contrasting is the opposite. So when you contrast, you're telling about some things that are different. So you're going to want to use a different sentence stem. So you're going to say, for example, the apple is red, but the orange is orange. So see, right there, you're showing things that are different, not things that are the same, things that are different. The apple is crispy, but the orange is juicy. So see right there, you're telling things that are different about them. The apple has thin skin, but the orange has thick skin. So there's also lots of things that are different about an apple and an orange. So when you compare, you find things that are the same. When you contrast, you find things that are different. So let's go to our Venn diagram right here and your activity this week. So this week, your job is to find things that are the same about ants and things that are different. So we're using this tool called a Venn diagram. And when you use a Venn diagram, it's two circles that go together. So in the two separate circles, you're going to be contrasting. You're going to be finding things that are different about the insects. When you're in the middle right there, remember that's the thing where you're comparing, where you're finding things that are exactly the same. Okay, so let's talk about ants. We read these two stories. We read a story about ants and we read a story about bees. So something that's different I found is they live in different places. So ants live in, where do they live, guys? In the ground. And I found out that bees live in the hive. I have a beehive outside my house actually right now. Bees live in a hive. So that is something that is specific to bees. Ants don't live in a hive, right? Bees don't live in the ground. So I am contrasting. Both of them, though, do live in a large group. They live together in something called a colony. So both live in a colony. So right there, I'm comparing them and finding things that are the same. So let's look at my Venn diagram. On one side, I have things that are specific to ants. They live in the ground. And I have something that's specific to bees. Bees live in a hive. So right there, that's a contrast. And then a comparison is that they both live in a colony. So I could use some sentence stems to talk about that. So I could say, bees can live, bees can live in a hive. Ants can live in the ground. Both bees and ants can, what did I say? Let's go back to my diagram. Both bees and ants can live, see that middle ground? Can live in a colony. All right, guys, I cannot wait to see what you do with this activity today. Remember, in order to hit the target, you need to tell me some ways, fill out your Venn diagram and tell me some ways that bees and ants are different.